Just introduce yourself and kind of why we're here at Catfish Corner today, about your organization, and about bringing Mr. Ross out to support this movement that you got going on.
All right, so my name is Verla Spencer. I am the CEO and co-founder of an organization called The Way to Justice. Our home office is based out of Spokane, Washington. We also have a satellite office over off of Tacoma Boulevard in Tacoma. And so it is our goal to be able to come over to the Central District and partner with Catfish Corner to be able to serve those folks that have been impacted by the war on drugs. So my organization was an organization that has received quite a bit of money from the Department of Commerce in the Office of Civil Legal Aid to be able to do this work. And so when we talk about, the impact on the war on drugs in the Central District and how folks were impacted by it, it's also important for us to be able to say we will come to those communities to be able to offer those resources and those services. And so I thought that it was a great idea that not only we bring these services, but we also bring somebody who's formerly impacted, and that's how we got Rick Ross here. And so I think it's also important because I know that he is a champion for change. And so I just thought it was a great idea, and so he was willing to come, and so that's how we ended up here.
Well, we thank you for the work that you do in the community. We need that work in the community. It's an election season coming up. A lot of legal decisions are being made, not just at the presidential level, but we are voting in people who actually make the laws that we, get judged by.
Absolutely.
So how can you speak to, registering to vote, being active in voting, being active in what's going on in your local community from a voting standpoint?
The important piece that I need to be able to tell people is it's not about voting for the president. The president is not where the change happens. And legislation is where the change happens. So in order for us to be able to have change, you have to vote, right? And so once we vote, it's up to the legislators to be able to create those changes. And so they only know what the people want when you come out and actually really tell them what it is that we want. Mm-hmm. And so for me, like the impact that the war on drugs has had on our Black and brown community, it is not in the 70s, 80s, 90s. It's right now in the 2024, 2025. Think about how many Black and brown people are still incarcerated, from a long time ago. Now it's like generations on top of generations. And so that's why I appreciate having Rick Ross involved, because he was the center of it all, right? And so now he has changed his life. He's out here in these communities. He's showing up. He's doing all the things. How many other people do you know that's doing all the things? Mm-hmm. And so literally having a champion for change, I'm hoping that will drive us to being able to get the change that we are looking to see. And another thing is all of this money is being funneled around to all of these communities, but what are they really doing to be able to make sure that this money is getting out into the hands of the folks that really need it? And so even also holding people accountable is also a piece of it. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it's a real deal thing. And so that's what we do, as an organization, to be able to dismantle and disrupt. We partner with folks that is a champion for change to be able to really be boots on the ground to be able to do this work.
Oh, that's awesome. We really appreciate your work. We really want the community to come out, support you, put action behind prayer, because that's when things really change. In our community, it's not just prayer, it's not just action. We put prayer and action together, and we can change the world with that movement. So I really appreciate the work you're doing here. And this is Akil from Like a Vibe, aka Billy Rick, aka DJ Hallelujah, signing off. Thank you very much.